Welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. This is going to be a fresh of breath air. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants a fresh of breath air. If you're not dyslexic, I'll translate for you. A breath of fresh air. Wow. Okay, here we go. This is from Montana. Let's check it out. Let's see. Have I talked enough before I even nosed it or tasted it? Yes, I have. I'm going to shut up now. Here we go. It's 5 drops bourbon whiskey from Wild Rye Distilling in Bozeman, Montana. Now, this is actually distilled in Montana. They actually distill this juice. Holy shoot. That's what a weird thing. It's not sourced. And it's mashed, fermented, and distilled, and bottled. All by Wild Rye Distilling in Bozeman, Montana. What the heck is that? Holy smoke. They're not buying it from MGP? Oh my goodness. They're not sourcing it from Barton? Oh my goodness. How could this be? How could it be that there are little distilleries out there who can distill their own whiskey? I mean, this entire shelf is nothing but MGP sourced stuff. So, hey, this is a fresh of breath air, as I said. Now, this is corn and malted barley. Now, what's cool is the corn is grown in Montana and the barley is grown in Montana. So this 100% comes from Montana. I think that's cool as shit. I think that's the coolest shit ever. It reminds me of J. Henry, Wisconsin. Most of the grain in this bottle is grown on their own farm. Now, these guys aren't doing quite that, but Wisconsin whiskey from Wisconsin grains. Montana whiskey from Montana grains. Yes, please. How about if we do that? How about if we do that? How about if we make this a trend in the bourbon world where we do Ohio whiskey made with Ohio grains. New York whiskey grown with made with New York grains. Georgia whiskey with Georgia grains. What? And now I know you couldn't possibly grow enough grain in Kentucky to keep up with the production of Kentucky, but you could grow enough for one distillery. Is there one distillery in Kentucky that's using all Kentucky grains and putting out Kentucky distillate? I don't know of one off the top of my head. I'd have to look into that. But let's make this a trend. I love this. This is what I want. I want to taste the terroir that can be bourbon. You know, they do this in Ireland, where they get real specific about where the barley comes from, down to the field of a farm. And so you're like having a small batch of whiskey from one section of one farm. Waterford is doing that. And that to me is so freaking cool that like you can, and they put it on the bottle like it came from this farm, the Southwest number 3 pasture, whatever. I'm just making up numbers here. But that's cool as shit. So kudos to 5 Drops for sourcing all Montana grain, doing all their own mashing, distilling, fermenting, everything, bottling, putting out their own product. They can do their own thing. Now these are aged in small barrels, and this is only 1 year old. Well, at least 1. So it's more than 1, less than 2. And yeah, so let's dig into it. Now, it's kind of cool. This is just corn and barley. So it's a little similar to the Kings County but clearly younger. This is 5 to 6 years old. Also small barrels, interestingly enough. So let's check it out. Let's see. Have I talked enough before I even nosed it or tasted it? Yes, I have. I'm gonna shut up now. Here we go. Oh man, that's nice. What the heck? I wonder what the mash bill is. Because I know Kings County is 80-20. I get a lot of the malt here too. I like Kings County. This reminds me of Kings County a lot. I'm probably going to have to compare here in a minute. Okay. Dark, rich molasses. Oh, okay. This country boy here, sweet feed that you feed to a horse. It's grains mixed with molasses. I get that note right here. It's like dumping a bag of sweet feed. Oh, man, it's like chocolate mixed with that molasses corn mush. Flower petals. And for whatever reason, in my brain, they're white flower petals. Honey. Hints, barest hints of citrus zest. A little bit of like a tangy cherry. Something creamy. Huge oily legs in the glass. Let's taste. Oh, that's syrupy and thick. Now, this is not high proof. 45% alcohol. I would... Ooh. Ooh. The finish is nice. The finish goes dark, creamy oak with vanilla. And it just sits on your tongue, like from the tip of your tongue to the middle of your tongue. It's weird that the finish sits on your tongue like that. It doesn't go in the back. Let's taste again. It's toothsome. It's got a really nice mouthfeel. Really creamy. It's not sharp or abrasive in any way, even though it's young, and it doesn't come across all that young. And that finish. A hint of balsamic. Wow. That's really interesting. I like that a lot. Oh. Like caramel that you squeezed orange juice, or like the juice of an orange on. Like citrus on top of caramel. The nose is changing up. Chocolate. And then into that creamy, vanilla, soft oak finish that hangs out right on your tongue. Wow, that's... I'm in the way. That's phenomenal. That's really cool for a year-old corn and barley whiskey. Wow. So Kings County, very similar mash bills. Oh, wow. Very similar nose. Now, after smelling this smells younger than this. Wow. Wow. Those could be from the same distillery. They're very similar families. Wow, that's cool. This, after having that, I'm picking up a little bit of leather, Like, and that's kind of a youth note, this type of leather note that I'm getting. It's like oiled boot leather. The finish is what gets me, though. The finish is so cool. How it hangs out right on the front of your tongue. Wow. That's really cool. Good job, Wild Rye. This is really interesting. I'm super excited to see what this tastes like when it gets some more age on it. Because, like, Kings County... That's one of my favorite whiskeys so far this year. So, holy smoke, if you can be in that ballpark with a 1-year-old product, you're doing something right. Can we please get more of this? More of this kind of thing in the bourbon world. Please, for the love of God. Let's make this happen. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I hope you have a great day.